I think you should do it. I could even hear it.
I know. All right. So, in case you guys have missed any of our posts,
Welcome,
Element.
welcome to Functional Fitness Uncensored. How we doing? Good to see you. Maybe it's your first time. You don't know what we're talking about, but
I
we're
mean,
here to
we've
help
only
you.
done about 300
We've
plus
done a lot of
episodes of this.
episodes, but if you're new, welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Our goal is to help educate you on all things health, fitness related. And so today we're going to talk about the Salty Rebellion, also known as
So,
LMNT.
Element. And they released new skinny cans. So these ones
So,
have.
well, so I'm actually drinking one right now. This is the old can, not old, but like the big can. So for all of you alcohol drinkers, right? So this is what alcohol now comes in, a massive can.
No, this is. I have a seltzer can of Element. Because this is like a seltzer style, a skinny can.
I have game day can here. So this one has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And if you're
And
not
this one is exactly half
correct,
of that.
and so if you're not versed in nutrition, nutrinetics, something like that, sure, those are electrolytes. So those are really important in the processes in our body, in our cells, and so they came out with a new can. So they first launched the 16-ounce can, and they had, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 different flavors: grapefruit, black cherry,
Citrus and
citrus, which is like a lime-ish,
watermelon.
watermelon. And I'm a big black cherry fan. I like them all, but it does contain a gram of salt. And so for people that haven't drank a lot of these, it sometimes can taste a little bit salty.
Okay, I haven't even tried these skinny cans yet. I do drink the big ones, so this will be my first sip, and this is a new flavor.
I feel like this is like one of those
And this
YouTube
is
unboxing. Like you should be like a
pineapple.
little kid.
I love an unboxing video, I won't lie. Wow.
First reaction.
It's not salty at all.
0 to 10.
An 8.5 or a 9. Yeah. It's good. It's really good. It's sparkling, but it's not like overly carbonated.
They're not more carbonated than the big ones, right?
No. No, it's not more carbonated.
Is it saltier? Do you feel like it's saltier? Because it is technically like.
No, that one.
Would it be a denser ratio? Yeah, it would be a more dense ratio.
No, it's half.
Yeah, but it's 12 ounces. It's not an 8-ounce can.
What size is your can?
16.
This is a 12-ounce can, and it has half the electrolytes in it.
Yeah, so if it was equal then, right, it would be an 8-ounce.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is more diluted.
Okay, so I don't think it tastes salty at all. I think it's really light. 16 ounces is really heavy. I could probably be playing sports and actually drink one of these during it, but like.
I'm not like, I hear you, but I'm not a huge carbonation fan while I'm playing sports.
Yeah, but like this isn't carbonated. Like that one's more carbonated. This one is carbonated, but it doesn't taste as carbonated as that one does.
So, all right. So let's kind of talk about like why we even carry Element.
Wow, this is so good. Like, I'm so glad I just bought the skinny cans to have at the gym. And I bought 3 cases.
Get the special pack? You didn't get like a special sampler pack?
I got the sampler pack, but I keep forgetting they're in my.
We're testing the sampler pack today at our team meeting, so we'll report back on some of the other flavors. But that flavor was what, pineapple?
Yeah, pineapple, which is a new flavor. So pineapple and lemonade both came in cans, which are like new flavors. Then the other ones are black cherry comes in the skinny can, which I'm going to assume is because it's the most popular flavor, which I would love to see it in a stick because it is my favorite flavor.
I've done the lemonade in the stick and it's really good.
The lemonade in the stick, and I think the other ones are kind of salty in the stick. The lemonade to me isn't salty at all.
Yeah, our kids actually even enjoyed the lemonade in the stick. So why do we carry Element anyways? Number one is electrolytes. So a lot of people are dehydrated, not drinking enough water, right? And electrolytes are part of the hydration process. People think of just hydration as water, but water with electrolytes. So when you think electrolytes, we think sodium, potassium, magnesium. Those are the things that really help make our cells work efficiently. And so the other thing that I think is helpful is if you are kind of like, if you need something that has a little bit of a bite, has a little bit of a flavor, right, that you want to kind of hold in your hand. Sometimes water for people is a little like, it's hard to drink more water. It feels, I don't know, it's just water. I don't have a hard time with it, but people tell me this is an issue. And so
people tell me that's an issue too, and I don't understand, but I try and be sympathetic.
Right. So like it's an alternative to water, but it's not going to have sugar. It's not going to have caffeine. It's not going to have some of these other things that we maybe want to stay away from at 2 p.m. right? We shouldn't be.
It really is a good afternoon pick me up. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, it's not like you're not crushing coffee at 2. You should know this at this point. Like, not going to be good for our sleep and
Even
those
if
kind
you
of
don't
things.
think it affects your sleep, but you're sleeping poorly, it's still affecting your sleep. Even if you're like, oh, I feel fine when I
Right.
drink it.
And if you really dig into it, there's a lot of interesting research around salt, and we had kind of vilified it for a long time. And like, if you are eating a lot of processed foods, like if you're eating the standard American diet, you probably don't need more sodium in your life. Like, I would go out. I'm not really going out on a limb to say that, right? If you're consuming a lot of processed foods, they contain a lot of sodium to help preserve shelf life. So you're probably getting a lot of salt the way it is. But if you've transitioned into more of a real food type diet, let's just call it that, right? Or less processed type diet, you actually remove a lot of salt from your life. A lot of salt. Like, if you just eat like meat, vegetables, and let's call it like sweet potatoes and rice and like some of those healthier,
Foods with
less
no
processed
ingredient
carbs,
list.
right?
Foods with no ingredient list.
Right? Like, you're really not consuming very much salt, if any at all. And if you don't
Well,
salt your
you are
food,
because it's a mineral. Salt is a mineral. It's in foods. Like, but we're talking about such a small amount that you're probably not getting enough. And if you are training and you are sweating, or you're doing anything in your life and you're sweating, you need to replenish those minerals. If you're someone that cramps a lot, you're probably dehydrated, but you might not have enough electrolytes. If you're someone that drinks so much water and your pee is the same color as water, you're dehydrated.
no, you're thinking the other way.
No, you're overhydrated, which means you flushed your minerals. Thank you. Wow,
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
Which means you flushed out all your minerals because you want like an in between. Like, you
There's a
don't want
sweet
it to be the
spot.
color of my shirt and you don't
If
want
it's
it
the
to be
color of your shirt, well, if it's the color of your shirt, there's a couple of things going on.
I've
One,
had
you should
asparagus.
you should go. Well, then because it stinks. But one, you have some sort of issue that you should go to a urologist for. Or two, you had a multivitamin recently that had a ton of B vitamins in it. And if you have a ton of B vitamins, your urine is typically going to look like the color of Ashley's shirt. Not necessarily something to be alarmed of. You're just flushing out water soluble vitamins.
But if you are flushing out all of your minerals because your pee is clear, you need more minerals and you'll actually probably feel kind of crappy.
So if you're sweating a lot, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of using stuff like this. I use elements in the packets when I'm doing runs and stuff where I sweat a lot, just because I can't do carbonation while I'll do it later, like a couple hours after a workout if I need to, but like during, I like the packets because I'm just trying to stay away from some of the sugars, some of the dyes, and all the other things that come in the
But
G word.
during exercise, and if you're an athlete and you're playing sports, during exercise, you should probably be replenishing with electrolytes so you don't hit any game day walls.
Yeah, and so I was just seeing, I just saw a study on this, but I'm gonna look up the exact numbers for this. So if you are exercising a lot and you're in the heat, the thing I'm thinking about right now is like football players, right? Football players right now are outside, they're in the heat, they're exercising hard, right? They've got pads on, they've got a helmet on, so they're sweating more. A really good practice, and a lot of like college teams will do this, and probably high school teams that really know what they're doing, is we weigh ourselves before practice and then we weigh ourselves after practice. The difference in that weight is water loss. And so for every kilogram or 2.2 pounds that you lose, I'm going to look up what the exact number is, but I want to say it's like 3 liters. Water loss. Do you know the number off the top of your head?
No, I was trying to see if I have it in this document that I was building for my athletes for like game day nutrition because high school kids apparently do not eat on game days.
Hmm.
Or they eat very poorly because they don't bring a lunch and then they have to stay at school, or they're provided food at
Right.
school between game days, but it's not actually enough food or the right food for them to like actually perform their best. So I've been working on that with some of my athletes and like
So I found some. For every pound of body weight lost through sweat, drink 16 to 24 ounces, so a half to 3/4 of a liter, I was way off, of fluid to fully hydrate. So if you want to make the math easy, right? If I lost 2 pounds of water weight during a practice, I should consume a liter of water. Um, and so 1 pound of water weight is about 16 ounces. Interesting.
yeah, but I'm
And then we
trying to
want to
get the
add
numbers.
electrolytes. to that sodium, potassium, magnesium, because we are going to sweat some of that stuff out as well, especially if we are sweating a lot.
Yeah, so obviously it depends on what kind of sport you're playing, like long duration sports or stop and go sports or like team sport, fast paced team sports, but how much that really is. And it really is 16:32. First half, halftime, second half, give or take. We're looking at electrolytes and some carbs in your first half, halftime actually having something to eat with more electrolytes, and then second half, even more electrolytes. So, like, and that's more fast paced. So, like basketball, volleyball, lacrosse kind of things. So, but it is a ton of hydration. So, like, if you are doing a lot of activity, it is a lot more hydration and even more electrolytes than you think. And I see it a lot with like my clients that run, especially like down here. It's hot and it's humid and they sweat and they're like, oh, well, I'm just sweating. And I'm like, yeah, but like you're sweating more than normal. So that means you need a more than normal amount of electrolytes. Like, so like for some people, one packet might not be like, just because it's a serving size doesn't mean that's what you need. Elements have like the packets have 1,000 milligrams. So like maybe you don't need a whole packet. Maybe you just need a half packet for what you're doing. And it's okay to adjust and adapt things for that too.
What is the RDA for sodium per day? Do you know?
I'm going to guess it's 2,000 milligrams.
So US dietary guidelines for Americans, less than 2,300 milligrams of sodium. World Health Organization is less than 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day. 5 gram. Whoa.
But I want to say that in the Element website, they have a thing that explains it. So if you look it up, we can totally share that article with everybody. There is a written explanation on why that's beneficial. And I want to say someone else has an explanation on it too. Someone that I follow on Instagram, and he talks about it. He isn't an Element person, but he talks about other electrolytes and like why we actually need them. It's a doctor. I can find his little write up on that too, and we can share it with this article.
So I don't know. We like them. They seem to kind of check a bunch of different boxes. They don't have crap in them. They don't have artificial flavors and colors and any of that stuff. It's really, really basic. They're sweetened with stevia. A monk fruit too, or just stevia?
Just stevia.
Just stevia.
I wanted to know if this one did too.
And so pretty clean from an ingredient list. Can help that fix of, hey, if you really love that bite of soda or that bite of something, I think it can help be a good substitution where you still get that carbonation, but you don't get all the other junk that comes along with it. And then, right, if you are eating a lot of real foods, highly unprocessed foods, you're not getting as much sodium, right? If you're eating a lot of processed foods, this probably isn't a conversation that we need to have about getting more electrolytes in or more sodium in at least. Maybe you need some more magnesium and potassium, but sodium probably definitely, I would say definitely not. Unless you're sweating a ton and you're losing it through sweat, then we definitely want to be thinking about those hydration strategies, which is good because I think we have a lot of people that are in our worlds that are runners, right? And they like to do 5Ks and they like to get out in the heat and run. And we sweat a lot when we run. And so a really good, easy strategy is weigh yourself before you run, weigh yourself after the run, and then hydrate appropriately, right? Based upon that. And you might hydrate during your run too, but that'll all be reflected in the before and after weights. So you can have a good idea on like, hey, I lost a pound in that run. Cool. Have a half liter of water in the next half hour and really replenish, get some electrolytes in it as well. So then we're not necessarily always like guessing like how much, like go off your body weight. It's a really clear indicator on how much you lost.
I'm going to try really hard to remember this for my next run.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably need to put some things in place, like put a scale by your shoes, or like again, all of everything we talk about, right? Is like thinking about the process on actually executing it. And so, I think if you had a scale sitting around, you put your running shoes on the scale, that would be enough to like be the trigger. Like, oh, put my shoes on. Oh, quick jump on. Have a little thing on the wall where you write it down, and then when you come back in to put your running shoes away, you see the scale, you see the chart, and then you write it on the wall. Right. And so if that is something you want to do, think about the process of actually doing it and not just like, oh, next time I go for a run, I'm going to remember to weigh myself, because you won't. Like, it's just the way it goes. So that was not really what we were going to talk about today, but I think
that was good.
valuable.
I think we would love to hear your guys' hydration strategies, what you're doing, what you're using, what you like, what you don't like, or if anything that we said today is helpful for you. So let us know. Until next time.
Stay salty, as Element would say, but like in a good way. Like you don't need to be like salty in a bad way.
Or if you want to be, you can.
Like, but like, just don't be like too salty.